Alright, the next problems that we're going to be working with, I call it the battleship problems. And there's not much online about this, so you're going to have to bear with me here. You might have to adjust your screen to make the words a little bit bigger, so make sure you get that done too. But I'm going to try to walk you through 3 of these problems here, and of course this is attached to your Google form so you can complete the rest of them on your own. So to your best of your ability, why don't you just follow along. The question is the exact same question but with different numbers in it. So if you can't really see the screen, you could see that the words are the same thing, and you could just read along with the packet that I've given you guys to do, where the words are a lot bigger. So let's walk you through it. An archaeological team is evacuating artifacts from a sunken merchant vessel on the ocean floor. To help with exploration, the team uses a robotic probe. The probe travels approximately 4,899 meters at an angle of depression of 55.1 degrees. So this little probe goes all the way down to the ocean floor at an angle of 55.1 degrees, and it traveled a total distance of 4,899 meters. The figure shows a representation of this ship and the probe. Select from the drop-down menu to correctly complete each sentence. When the probe reaches the ocean floor, the probe will be approximately how many meters below the ocean surface? So in the first question, they're asking us how far of a distance from the top of the ocean all the way down to the ocean floor where this probe is. So we want to find out what this distance is. That's the first question. So let's just focus on the first question for now. So one thing that you need to know is you have to remember parallel lines cut by a transversal. Meaning that this angle up here, 55.1, is the same angle here. This is also 55.1. Now, we have to also use the trigonometry that we've been learning about, where from this angle, from our reference angle, this is our starting angle right here, 55.1, the x is the opposite. I call it OPP, for opposite. The 489, 4899, that is our hypotenuse. So we have opposite and hypotenuse. Now opposite and hypotenuse, as you already know, that's sine. So sine of 55.1 is equal to opposite x over the hypotenuse, which in this case is 4,899. To get x by itself, you multiply 4,899 by sine of 55.1, and that will get you the value of x. So we put that into our graphing calculator. We do 4899 times the sine button, 55.1, close parentheses, enter, and you're going to get 4,862 0.51. So it traveled 4,862.51 meters down. Now wait, is that going to really be true? Looking at our multiple choice, nope. In fact, we have to make sure our calculator is either in degrees or radians. In this case, we have to make sure we're working with our calculators in radians. I'm sorry, our calculators in degrees. So what you need to do, you need to hit the mode button. Scroll down, make sure the black box is on degrees instead of radians. Let's try typing it in again. Let's do 4,899 times sine of 55.1. We should get 4,017.92. So this is actually an incorrect answer. Our correct answer is 4,017 meters. It dropped, okay? From the top of the ocean to the bottom of the ocean. 0.92. So in our first box, I know it's a little tough to see, we got 4,017.92 meters. That's how far the probe dropped. Next, to find the second part, they're asking us, when the probe reaches the ocean floor, the horizontal distance of the probe behind the team's ship on the ocean surface will be approximately how many meters? So they're asking you how far away from the probe to behind the ship. So they're asking you for this length. I'll call it Y. So that's adjacent. Adjacent. And I'm going to use that same number of 4,899 because it's a nice whole pretty number. So adjacent to hypotenuse. Adjacent to hypotenuse is cosine. So we're going to do cosine of 55.1 is equal to y over 4,899. We multiply 4,899 times cosine of 55.1, and that'll get us the value of y. So 4,899 times cosine of 55.1, and we're going to get 2,802.94. So our correct answer here will be D. So it'll be 2,802.943 in the second little drop down box. So I know it's a little bit tough to see, but hang in there. I'll try to make it as pretty as I can. Problem number 2. It's the same problem with different numbers, so let's walk you through it. So just like before, the top of the ocean floor and the bottom of the ocean floor are going to be parallel lines. So we make a little triangle out of it. We know that bottom reference angle is 49.8 degrees. We know the height is x, and that's what we're going to solve for here in our first box. So opposite and hypotenuse, well, that would be sine. So let's see, I'll actually do some typing it in. Exit out. There we go. I'll actually type it in. Let's see if that could work. This will be sine of 49.8 is equal to x divided by 2478. To get x by itself, you multiply 2478 to both sides. So I'm going to write 2478 times, and that will get us our x all by itself. We type that into the calculator, 2478 times sine of 49.8. And that will get you 1,892. 1,892 for our first drop down menu. I'll type that in so I don't forget. 1,892.68. So that's going to be our first little drop down menu. Next, we got to find the distance for how far behind the probe is from the back of the ship. So in other words, we're going to try to find y from the distance from here to here. So that's adjacent and hypotenuse. Adjacent and hypotenuse is cosine. So we're going to do cosine of 49.8 is equal to y divided by 2478. Since y is on top, we multiply the other two. So it's going to be 2478 times cosine of 49.8. And I'll guess an answer for y. So 2478 times cosine of 49.8. That gets you 1,599.44 ... feet. So it's 1,599 meters behind the ship. And that goes in the little second drop down box. So as far as our multiple choice, got 1892, so either C or D, and then 1599, that would make it D. So our answer would be D for this next problem. Let's squeeze in one more problem, and then you guys will work on the rest of the problems on your own. So we got the same battleship problem. We know 61.5 is right there in that corner, so that means this guy right here is also 61.5. We'll make our nice line to make a triangle. We know the height is first, so we'll call that X. We know our Y is the second question, so we got to find that bottom length. So to do this, we know this is 61.5 down here, so opposite over hypotenuse is sine. So we're going to do 2437 times the sine of our given angle, which is 61.5. We type that into the calculator. 2437 times sine of 61.5. And you're going to get 2141. So equals 2141.67. ... As we know there's a little bit more. And to get the Y, we do the 2437 times cosine of the degrees, 61.5. And that's going to equally, put that in the calculator, 2437 times cosine of 61.5. And we're going to get 1,162.83. ... So our answer would be 2141 and then 1162. So in this case, it'll be A, option A, for the first drop down menu, and then the second drop down menu is 1,062. 162. All right, if you have any questions, make sure you email me or come to Extra Help or ask me during class, because I'll be happy to help you. All right, have yourself a good night.